Whoa, that is bright. Brighter than I thought it was going to be, which is not a bad thing. Wow. So, I'm live. I look like death, but I am live, and that's a good thing. Feeling a little bit better, which is good. Ooh. Oh, how you doing? Not much happened. So, long story short, I got my diagnosis. Well, I've got multiple sclerosis, which is wonderful. They got me on a couple new medications, and I'm saying I don't know which one it is. So I'm on 6 different meds, and the two new ones, one of them did not work that well with me, and it messed with my head. It messed with my head with some very dark side effects. And I was thinking about, swinging from a tree or playing in traffic kind of deal. And that's been a few days like that. I'm not taking that medication anymore. I was using it for about a week and a half, and then all of a sudden, boom! I got literal, really dark thoughts. So I stopped taking it, and I've been contacting my doctor because I need something. It's for, I believe that particular medication is to help me walk. I don't walk so well anymore because, my legs are all messed up. And I'm pretty damn sure that's the med that was doing it. And I've been off of it for a few days now, and I'm still not back to normal. But it's terrifying that a chemical like that can really screw with your head. Yeah, cat mom, I'm glad I'm off of it too. Ugh. Well, I knew it was something wrong with I knew something was going on. Like, never in my life have I had a that. In my entire life, no matter how bad it got. I'm a strong-willed, stupid son of a bitch. So the only thing it could have been was the med. Like, it's the only damn thing on the planet that could have been doing that was the medication. Like, I've been so down. I'm still not back to normal. I haven't felt like doing anything. And then today, oh, it sucked today. I'm sitting in here. It's been raining for like 3 days nonstop. I've got I had a lot done on my. I was building a shelter, building a shack. Got a bunch of pallets of stuff, and I built a foundation. I dug down about 7 inches, filled it with rocks. Was gonna grab the pallets and start putting them up this week and next week. OPP showed up in front of my campsite today, screaming, "Come on out, bud! Hey there, bud! Come on out there, bud!" So I did, and then they were asking me about the build site. So I have no idea what's going on over there. I'm here. I'm in this tent. And then they said, well, good. If you know who starts building it, tell them they can't do it. If we catch them, we'll have to arrest them, and there'll be fines and whatnot. So I'm going to head back there tomorrow night to see what I can salvage, because I can't go back. I can't build the thing. I kind of glad I didn't get much more work than I already got done, but, man, that sucks. Hey, just, Big boss, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't share your opinions on a big man, a man sitting up on the clouds with a long, bushy beard, controlling things. I got my beliefs. Those aren't it. But yeah, no, I'm just hanging out on this very rainy night. You can hear all the rain in this very small tent, trying to figure out what to build. I think if I can salvage like I had tarps. I'm on tarps. I snagged that were at the build site. If I can snag those tarps, I will grab some. I'll cut down some wood, peg them around this tent, get some more mylar, those silvery blankets, tape them on the outside. Got a lot of duct tape, so I'll use that. Put some wood planks around this camp, around this tent, cover it in the tarps like I did with my other place, and make some sort of entrance and exit, and that should be okay. But nothing happens as fast as I need it to. I've had no contact from the my lawyer or the ODSP board. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but it's going to happen sometime after the 60-day mark, which will be October 5th. Oh, man. Jake, that's exactly what happened. My mind was, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Not me. I'm here. It's not me. I don't know. I have no idea. I just play. I'm not taking credit for it. If the cops are coming to me question about who's building this, I don't know. Even though it's me, I don't know. So they left. And yeah. Good thing is, I went into town today and I found something. Found this. I smoke nicotine once in a while, but I was right in front of the dollar store because I was trying to pick up some of the small dollar store tarps, and I guess it fell out of somebody's bag, and it's more juice for my vape, and I was like, free vape juice, woo! And holy crap! Thank you very much for the super. Jeremy, I appreciate that, and things do get better. I agree with you. JS, I've never watched Moral Oral on YouTube. I've watched Moral Oral, the entire series. There's a website you can download the entire series from for free. WCOFUN.net. They have it there. And I love Moral Oral. I love that show so much. He impregnates. Is that like the first or second episode where they're telling him masturbation is wrong, that every sperm is sacred? So he does it into a pastry bag and impregnates every single mother of the town. Or he literally gets addicted to like intravenous drugs. I love that show, man. That's a good show. It's a very bad show. It's a really good show. Try there's a really older show you'll like. It's an animated show. Will Ferrell is one of the voices in it. He plays a guy with no arms and no legs. Trying to think of the name of it. King Gears, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't really have a favorite show, but I'm trying to think of that Will Ferrell show. Oblongs! It's the Oblongs. Look up the show The Oblongs. It's freaking... It's so bad, but so good for bad reasons. Big Boss, you're going to have to chill it with all the God stuff. I don't... I've got my spiritual beliefs. You've got yours. Leave it at that. It's like, how would you like it if someone comes preaching to you, like you're preaching Jesus? What if someone comes up to you and starts to try to force Buddha down your throat? How is that going to make you feel? We don't share the same beliefs. So you can keep it up, and we'll put you on timeout. Or you can just let me have my beliefs, and I'll let you have your beliefs. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs. Oh, JS, you will like the Oblongs. It's so messed up, but in a good kind of way. Like Will Ferrell, he's got no arms and no legs in the show. It's a cartoon. He's got sons that can join twins. Um, he's got a son who's got like every disease known to man, and his son's best friend has like a giant ass, like it hangs to the ground. They live like in like an almost irradiated town. You'd have to watch it. It sounds stupid because it is, but it's a damn good show. I've been working for a while. My job, I get back to work in about a week. Hot tents, yeah, they do. They're just not letting you build any permanent structures like I was doing. My mistake. But I'm gonna build my version of a hobo yurt like I was in before. I just need to grab. I'm hoping the tarps are still gonna be there. And what I'll do is I'll put this tent that I'm in now will be the main spot that I stay in. I'll put 4 large sticks around it and tie a banister across and one across that. I will use Mylar to coat this tent in, and over the sticks I'll put a large winterized tarps that I've got, hopefully still, and a large green tarp over that so it stays very warm inside here, and use a Crisco candle for heating. It won't fit in this small tent. I know all I'll really need is a Crisco candle. Like that'll keep an area this tall, this small, at about 15 degrees. Hey, cool. I don't think there's many drones and thermal vision out here. Not looking for me, at least. Yeah, I don't mind the sound of the rain. It's been raining for like 4 days nonstop now, 3-4 days nonstop. And I'm just getting to the point, I'm thinking all the negative effects I was having from the new meds. It's not for about a week, but all the negative, it's starting to get out of my system now. I never thought a medication could twist your thought, like literally change the way you think in such a negative way. I swear there was a couple days I was really considering, grabbing a rope and swinging from a tree, if you know what I mean, or playing in the middle of a highway kind of deal. And it's not like I was having voices. I wasn't having voices. This was me thinking this stuff that is, oh, you should do this. It's a good idea. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I've never ever thought that before in my entire life. And it's just the meds. It's the new medication that was, really messing with me. That's why I haven't been around for the last week or so. Because I've been just really messed up. I was even thinking maybe there's something really wrong with me, and I was going to go to the hospital and say, lock me up for a few days because there's something going wrong. I didn't. I just stopped taking the meds and called my doctor, and he still hasn't got back to me, but I'm not taking those pills anymore. Thank you, big dog. Well, what I'll do, I'm a Selenostics. What I will do is, the main part of my tent I will cover in Mylar and use duct tape to get it nice and close to it. Before that, I will grab a bed sheet and tie it and sew it together, cover my tent in the bed sheet, and cover that bed sheet in Mylar. I'll use sticks to get some clearance above the tent to put a winterized tarp and another tarp over top of that. Tie that down into the sticks that I'm using just to keep the heavy tarp off the tent. and I will either glue, tie, or sew to the tarps some pine branches and whatnot just so it blends in. Well, it's the same. It's the same concept of a big tent, a small tent, and a big tent, but with mylar. Mylar is that shiny, like plasticky stuff. Mylar is an amazing insulator, and that's why I'll do it. So I'll be able to keep the inside like nice and toasty warm. But you don't want like tent fabric mixing with the mylar. You need a buffer of a sheet, or your inside of your tent will get so hot in there, your body heat will, it'll be steamy hot in there. You won't be able to breathe. Oh, I couldn't, honey, I couldn't tell you where the nearest bathroom is either. Well, technically, I've got a latrine. It's about 50 meters that way to the north, a little bit northeastish of me. How did the cops find me? They didn't find me. They found my build site, and then they walked down and found my camp. How did they find my build site? There's the Ontario Provincial Police. They didn't. I think one of the hunters stumbled upon all the pallets in the build site, and they're like, "Oh, this is kind of my hunting area," and they called the OPP. That's what I think. Because there's been a few people, I've heard gunshots going off in the last like week or two. I believe it's coyote season. And that's what I think happened. They dropped a pin, gave it to the OPP, and the OPP found me. But as I said, I denied, and they left me alone. Well, the rain is keeping people away, Rip Fast. The rain is keeping people away, and I don't mind the rain. I've waterproofed the tent anyway, so it's good. Well, Brian, that's the thing. Not so much a yurt, but I guess you could call it a yurt, but it's a tent with some bed sheets over it, like I did over the last winter, and it was fine in there. Stayed about 15-20 degrees, even though it's negative 20 outside. But the tent, bed sheets, mylar. Then I put. I'll use about 1 to 7. I'll cut 7 dead branches down that are like, I'd say 5 or 6 feet tall. Put them at each corner of the tent. Tie a banister across each of these two, and one across this way so it all stays up. And throw a winterized tarp over that and like a boat tarp over that, just so it stays dry. And that'll keep it warm. And I'll get a small little. If I have to find a table for in here, I will. And go get some Crisco and make a tampon candle with it. In here, fabric like this, there's going to be no wood stove. I'm better off with just a Crisco candle. They're warm too. I'm more scared of, accidentally burning myself down to the ground. Definitely join the Discord. Our Discord is freaking awesome. Yeah, no, seriously, Big Dog, tampon candle or Crisco candle. I can get tampons for free, so I'll use tampons. Grab 5 or 6 from the library. You can buy that baking stuff Crisco. I like to take the Crisco out of the jar it comes in because I'm terrified the jar will catch on fire because the inside is the silvery coated with metal, but the outside is cardboard. So I'll get some glass, put it in the glass, and then jam the tampon in the center. And again, you burn it. And the tampon really burns well. It melts down the fat, which absorbs into the tampon, which continues to burn. It produces a lot of heat. That tampon will last 5 to 10 days, then it is going to burn out. But a lot of the Crisco will stay there. Then you just put a new tampon into it. And that'll last 70 days doing that. Easy. Oh, no, Big Dog. It works. Like, again, they're people call them a Crisco candle. I like to call them a tampon candle now because I tried to make an actual wick out of cotton. The wick burns out too quickly, but the the tampon, actually it was Honey Ho that suggested I use a tampon. The tampon lasts longer and burns hotter, produces a lot more heat, and it's easier. You just take it out, stick a new one in. Just like regular. Just like how you're supposed to use them. But, yeah. Saved my ass last year, Cat Mom. That saved my ass last year. Oscar, well, are you trying to be an asshole, or are you generally curious? Because I'm fighting for disability. Right now, I'm going to be, hopefully, I've applied for the Trillium medical benefits plan. So they should be taking care of my meds, but most every dollar I've been getting from work. Last month I paid over $1,000 on my new meds, and I'm not even going to be using the new meds because they make me want to jump off a freaking bridge, Oscar. And they make me really want to swing from a tree with a rope around my neck. So pretty much everything I had was going for medications. The month before that, it was still $500. Took forever to get the job I've got, and luckily I'm going to be going back to work in about a week. They closed down for September. But that's how. I'm still fighting for disability. I'm waiting for another hearing to happen. No idea when the hell that's going to happen. It was supposed to be within 60 days, and nobody's called me or contacted me, so that sucks. And I finally got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Don't know what's causing the seizures, though, but I've got an actual diagnosis. So there's all that. That's how, Oscar. That's how. Oh, I think that's going to help me out a lot, Daryl. I think that's going to get it done. Oh, Oscar, don't worry. It was the meds. I stopped taking them. Like, I've got 6 different medications. 2 are for the seizures. Google knows what I'm talking about. When you have non-epileptic seizures, there's no actual medication for it, so they prescribe you anti-anxiety medication and antidepressants. They work. I've got those 2. A neurological pain blocker because I've got neurological pain, which I'm still on, and blood pressure medication, and that's because of the pain. My blood pressure goes to the roof when I'm in pain, and neurological pain doesn't go away. So I got prescribed dicloxin or diclocil or something for an Amaxil. One's to help walking, and the other one is to help with muscle spasms, which, my walking sucks because MS, and I've got muscle spasms. And it's one of those two, the new two, that were giving me thoughts of self-deletion. But I will not touch them again. I stopped taking them, and I'm still waiting for my doctor to get back to me. Oh, Daryl, I know. I made it through last winter, and it wasn't easy. I ended up hurting my left leg feels like I'm getting shot, electrocuted, and it's on fire because that's a neurological pain. My right knee hurts because over last winter I hurt my right knee trying to break wood when we were having a campfire. I don't want to be out here during the winter. I might have a secondary plan for the winter where if I'm back get back to work and even if I don't have the disability, I should be fine as long as I get the Trillium medical plan because it'll pay for my meds. And I found a motel that it'll be for a month plan for a month there as of for December, January, February, March, and April. It's only $700, and if I'm working even part-time, I'll be able to get that motel room and be inside. Who's behind me? It's probably a fly or a spider, because I've got spiders in here right now. Big freaking spiders. Terrifying spiders. Oh, I don't like spiders. I keep waking up and I feel like they're in my nose. Oh, that little jackass won't be back tonight. It's too wet out for him to come back. Once it stops raining, that's when he'll come back and be a jackass. There's 4 of them. I don't like those damn raccoons. Hey, Bill. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Too long. Way too long. I made it a long time fighting for disability. I made it a full 4 years until I finally ran out of everything. Matched credit cards and everything. Made it 4 years just fighting for that and became too much. It'll be 1 year. Oh God, I don't want to say that. It's almost a year. And 4 days I'll be for a year. Fuck. Made it through -20. All the crippling loneliness and everything. Yeah, it's an option. I just waiting to go back to work. Next week is good news because next week I'm going to be at work. My employer has paid for me to take a course to get my license to sell firearms because that's what we do over the winter and fall during hunting seasons plus the cabins. And I've got my book somewhere in here I've been studying nonstop. And I'll be going into work in the first week of October to use their computers for like 3 or 4 days to do the online test to get that license to sell them. So that's good. And yeah, I just like that. I'm just happy to finally be able to. You don't know how happy I was when she hired me. Like leaving Toronto and coming up here was terrifying, but it was for the best. Oh, cool. I am gonna be ecstatic when I do get it. And I've talked myself into getting really tired now. It got a lot better when I got out of Toronto. I'm away from all these scary people. And I'm tired as hell right now. Wow. Well, you know what? Holy crap, someone just, thank you for the super. I didn't get the notification, but thank you for the super. I just saw the thing up there change. Thank you so much for the super, whoever just supered me. You're freaking awesome. Oh, Julian O. Holy crap, how are you, Shady? Holy crap. I remember. No, they weren't here to bother me. At worst, they would have told me to move my tent 20 meters away from this spot. That's how Crown Landmarks, they didn't care. It's just the structure they saw. They're not going to let that happen. And I just think I was in some hunter's spot he uses for his blind. And he didn't want me there, so he called the OPP, and they probably came and I hope they didn't clear my stuff out. I hope they didn't clear my stuff out yet, because I want to grab a couple of the tarps. I remember. I know you're Shady. You said last time we spoke. I forget nothing ever. Nothing. I didn't want to do this. Not exactly. Not canned goods. Like yesterday, I walked into town and I got myself a small pizza. Spent $10 on pizza. It was good. Today I walked into town and picked up more supplies. Used every penny I had in my bank account to pay for my phone bill for next month, and picked up a whole bunch of supplies. So I'm good for a few weeks, 3 weeks. And I bought myself some. I didn't actually buy it, but I had a free meal with the Too Good To Go app, and there was like a Chicken Joy in town that was giving away a bucket for like. It was it was like $7, which is like a $21 meal regularly, but it's on Too Good To Go. And I had a free meal with Too Good To Go, so I used that, and I had fried chicken and Frank's Red Hot sauce today. It was good. I don't know if I'm moving it. Oh, thank you, Amy Lou 83. Where am I located? I'm located in a tent in Ontario, up in Sudbury, in Canada. Or if you ask me what state I'm in the state of constant panic. Oh, I know what you're talking about, cool rocket stoves. I got my little fire pit. I like my little fire pit. I try not to bring too much that I can't bring out. Oh, thank you. I know, again, thank you for the super. I appreciate the super. And, like, I've been working on... I don't like bringing too much into camp because, you know, I will bring a bag of garbage out with me whenever I leave. I don't like having much more than one bag of garbage on me because, you know, you bring it in, you got to bring it out. And if you're building like a small rocket stove or a thing out of cans and stuff, it looks like shit. Honestly, it looks like shit. So instead of doing something like that, I've got my little brick cooker and my little thingy to cook on top of. I like using that. I've got my little wire grill thingy that's meant for barbecuing, and it's not bricks I made the stove out of. It is the rocks, literally rocks. If anything, if I'm going to build a proper stove, I will go get some clay, river clay, and build a proper stove with a grate on it to cook on. Oh shit! Oh shit! Don't die! Don't die! My phone's getting hot because I left it in the case. Oh shit! It is hot. Scoombird, I am in the state of constant fear and panic and worry and heartache. I'm in Canada. I'm in Ontario. I guess you'd call it central to northern central Ontario. The general Sudbury area. Oh shit. Well, even then, I've got my wire grill. I'd cook on that before I'd cook on a rock. And long before I'd ever even think of getting a big flat rock like that, because I don't care what rock it is. If it's out in the rain and it's a big flat rock, it's got pores and cracks in it you can't see. Water gets into that, and when it boils, it can crack and explode the rock. You're better off just throwing whatever you want to cook right in the fire, right on the coals. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of meat or anything like that. It's a little bit of ash. It's not going to hurt you. It's sterile. But cooking on a rock, like a large flat rock, it's got its dangers. Night, Daryl. Again, even then, if I was really needing something to cook on, I would go walk into the woods, grab a thin branch from a tree, a nice green branch, and skewer whatever I'm cooking on the branch and do the old right over the fire kind of deal. That's even better than cooking on the grill, cooking on anything like that. Just giving it a good shank and cooking it that way. So I'm gonna hate to do this, but you guys have a good night. I'm gonna have to end this now-ish. My phone keeps getting heat warnings, and it's burning my freaking hand. And I'm a fool that left it in the case while I was doing this stream. And yeah. Tony, you're freaking awesome too. Thank you very much. I'm gonna probably be streaming a lot more regularly now that the meds are out of my system and I no longer feel like, swinging from a tree. So you guys have a good night, and bye.